When some of the chakras are blocked, we experience a separation from who we really are. Is there a blockage for the higher self? The energy flow is a self-renewing current, naturally without a beginning or end. It flows from the universal field through the human body and back to the universe, much like the flow of time, unstoppable. Blocking someone's energy takes significant effort and energy, which can ultimately leave an individual drained and devoid of vital energy. The best approach is to let go and surrender to the flow. When you resist letting go, you inflict pain and suffering upon yourself, asserting your right to remain in an imaginary status quo. Such stagnation is unnatural and unsustainable. When you attach a specific experience to your identity, you cling to the energy of that event and repeatedly reenact your emotional, mental, and physical responses to it. These events are often tragic or traumatic, making it challenging to fully embrace and release them. What occurs is a divergence within yourself. Your true self, your higher self, your soul cannot stagnate or attach to the event, while your physical persona resists the change and remains tied to that particular experience. You create a split within yourself, with two versions coexisting. One flows with the cosmic energy, while the other clings to the experience. As the gap between these energies widens, your suffering increases. Such a split can lead to psychological disorders, addictions, and in severe cases, harmful antisocial behaviors. Defining yourself based on isolated events is detrimental to your natural development. Healing requires moving through challenges, no matter how traumatic, as even the heaviest karma serves as a temporary condition meant to awaken your essence, balance what is unbalanced, and heal what is wounded. The only way forward is to go through the process. There are no shortcuts or easy buttons for evolution. Embrace your experiences while remembering they do not define you. You are always greater and more powerful than any single experience. Getting trapped in your limited lower self denies your starseed nature, and this willing separation is what causes your greatest pain. Attachment to your limited self, as Buddha warned, is the root of suffering. Is it possible for a person's spiritual self to be corrupted? Yes, it is possible. In fact, to some extent, corruption occurs in everyone. The transition to the three-dimensional realm after existing as an unlimited eternal energy can be a challenging adjustment, and the binary polarization of this world can have a corrupting influence. The key question is to what extent and for how long a person's spiritual essence becomes corrupted. Humans come to Earth with innate truth and a clear sense of their mission. However, authority figures often manipulate this innate knowledge, imposing false knowledge and values, which can create a division within a person's psyche. On one hand, we possess knowledge of what is real and true, but when our mother, teacher, preacher, and environment all contradict this truth, we may begin to doubt ourselves and deny our inherent wisdom. This is a soul-testing time for every individual. Each person faces a choice. Do you stand by the truth you brought into this world, or do you succumb to the false truths forced upon you? In reality, the devil is the consciousness corrupted by earthly experiences. The battle between the devil and God occurs within every human. A more accurate statement would be that individuals must make the choice between truth and deception individually, and this choice will be continually challenged throughout their human existence. The universe or God does not send the devil to individuals. This is not as comical as it has been portrayed in texts like the Old Testament's Book of Job, where God and the devil are depicted as old friends casually observing Job's suffering to see if he remains faithful. Job's story metaphorically illustrates the difficulty of choosing truth over lies. Job's spirit remained strong, and the universe recognized this. His unwavering convictions about God and his relationship with the divine endured despite the hardships he experienced. Many individuals walk a path similar to Job's and make the true choice. Consider the human soul like software, with phases of development and testing before it is released for public use. Similarly, the human soul is designed perfectly, but it must undergo testing to determine how it performs under challenging conditions. This is how the human spirit is tested to see how it responds. Approximately every 2,500 years during a global cycle of evolution, a review of testing results occurs. Souls that consistently perform at their best over many incarnations are promoted to higher dimensional existences, where they contribute to the development of other realms and universes. However, in recent times, the trend has not been encouraging, with fewer souls passing the test, so to speak. Not many are coming to the harvest. Be cautious of those who have the power to corrupt you. How can we recognize them? They often come wearing masks and tend to exploit our trust. How can we resist their influence? First and foremost, exercise caution with those who claim to know it all and come to save your soul. These individuals are invasive to your consciousness. You do not need saving or rescuing. At your core, you are just as strong as anyone else. You have infinite support from other realms, including your guardians, soul family, angels, and spirits. You are safe. If someone convinces you that you need them to show you the way or support you in survival, it is the biggest lie of all. Those who try to convince you that you need them to navigate life's challenges are spreading corruption. Corruption needs to propagate itself by corrupting others. Otherwise, it will wither. Its primary strategy is to convince you that your truth about yourself and the world is not valid, and that only their version of the truth is accurate. Your inner compass is not mistaken. To identify corrupted influences, you must employ all your senses, both physical and non-physical. Currently, trials and tribulations are increasing as you approach harvest time. The lower self may manifest through your loved ones, often in the form of a manipulative lover who uses pleasure, sex, or affection as leverage, or it could appear through family members who make you question your true essence. You might get ensnared by religious cults or false belief systems propagated by other authorities and institutions. There is no limit to where and how the corrupted lower self can manifest. Do not take their titles or positions as proof of their truth. Your inner truth has always resided within you, in your heart and soul. Your inner compass is unwavering. If confusion arises, seek divine assistance. You may need to distance yourself from family, friends, or change your job to preserve your inner sense of direction. Do not be afraid. You will always be supported on your journey. Stand tall and hold fast to the truth. You are a being of light, infinite and immortal, sharing the same spirit as Jesus, Buddha, and Muhammad. You are a magnificent starseed, cherished by the entire universe. There is nothing to prove and nothing to fear. Rise above anyone's lower self, including your own. Shed any corruption like a snake sheds its skin, and discover your wings.